management of acute and chronic pancreatitis. Pancreatitis basically is acute inflammation of the pancreas, which is reversible. On a pancreatic parenchymal injury, which is reversible and acute, you can call acute pancreatitis. When it is chronic and pancreatic parenchyma lead to fibrosis and condition becomes reversible, then you call chronic pancreatitis. Pancreas is a retroperitoneal organ. It is occupy abdomen, start from epigastrium and end into the left hypochondrium. 90% pancreas is exocrine, 95% and 5% they are endocrine. Exocrine, they are produced different type of the enzymes such as the amylase, lipase, trypsin, chymotrypsin, which help us to digest the food. And endocrine portions, which is produce the function of the body, especially through glucose. The pancreas having a different portions. They having a head, neck, body, and the tail. This is just the view diagram, which showing this is the head, which is incorporate into the C-shaped duodenum, and the end, which is touched to the hilum of the spleen. If you look for the functions, the exocrine portions, which produce the amylase, protease, and lipase. These are the different enzymes that help us to digest the food, especially protein. You have experience, we eat is the solid food like a meat, and meat become dissolved and then metabolized, digested. These are all the function due to enzyme. And these enzyme is like the same as that you can as a nuclear things which is controlled. When they come outside, they digest all the pancreas and other neighboring structures, such as the colon, stomach, because this pancreas which lies posterior to the pancreas, posterior to the stomach, and anterior to the vertebrae. When all these enzymes is released, in case of acute pancreatitis, they cause to the auto-digestion of the different organs. So these enzymes, they are very dangerous. The nature keep them in container as a like a nuclear material is, if it is in container, it is helpful. You can use for the energy. But if it is coming outside the container, then it will produce the very dangerous results such as the auto-digestions and other things. The same thing is the endocrine portions, which produce the insulin, glucagon, somatostatin, and pancreatic polypeptide. They help to control the different metabolism of the body, such as to control the sugars. Glucagon, which decreases the sugar, and insulin, if there is fault, then the blood sugar and plasma become increased, which is commonly called to the diabetes. This is simple definition. Acute pancreatitis is sudden and it is reversible. Chronic pancreatitis is time-consuming disease. It requires years and years to develop due to certain causes such as the multiple episodes of acute pancreatitis, are due to the such autoimmune disorder in which the pancreatic parenchyma become fibrous and destroyed. The most common cause of acute pancreatitis in our society, in our region, are the gallstone. And this is gallstone. If you look, this is the normal. This is the this is the stomach, pylorus, duodenum, pancreatic duct. This is the gallbladder. Normally, bile is produced through the common bile duct into the duodenum. The pancreatic secretions, they open into the second part of the duodenum through the ampulla of wet pancreatic duct. When this stone is passed on the pancreatic duct and obstruct the pancreatic duct, the pancreatic parenchyma becomes swollen, the enzyme becomes released, and this like picture is developed. The pancreas becomes inflamed and necrosed. And then this will the calcification, sponifications, pancreatic duct becomes dilated, whole pancreatic parenchyma becomes swelled up. The acute pancreatitis basically is sudden onset. Patient is lying sleeping and experiencing pain into the epigastrium. The pain which is initially is dull and then become more serious, become diffuse. The pain involves whole of the abdomen and radiate toward the back. Patient associated with the nausea and vomiting, irritating. The patient become more nauseatic feelings. And if it is severe, then the patients may develop fever, tachycardia, tachypneic, and the pain become worse if the patient having a experience to take a fatigue. The acute pancreatitis is more common in our society in women because the gallstone is more common in female. And in Western, the most common cause of the pancreatitis is alcohol. But in our region, the most common cause of pancreatitis is gallstone. Sometimes we float the question like the most common cause of the acute pancreatitis in our region are number 1, alcohol, number 2, gallstone, number 3, trauma, number 4, ERCP, number 5, drugs. The correct answer is gallstone. If the same question is phrased in such a way, the most common cause of pancreatitis in Western is alcohol, gallstone, ERCP, so and so. So then the correct answer is alcohol. And the most common age of acute pancreatitis is 50 and 60 years of age. If you look here, this is the gallstone, which is a very common cause in our region. And in Western, alcohol, the 40% is gallstone and the 40% is alcohol. Then the 80%. And 20% they are the minor causes, such as the certain drugs, trauma, ERCP, viral infections, hypocalcemia, hypercalcemia, trauma such as blunt traumas caused to the pancreatitis, mostly in pediatric age. The clinical feature, the patient is lying comfortably, having a pain into the epigastrium. Again, I repeat, because these are the things which look like simple, but they are easy to forget. And start at the epigastrium, radiate toward the back, relieve by lean forward, worse by taking petty. If I make a BCQ in such a way, 45 years old female, known case of the gallstone, complaint of pain into the epigastrium, radiate toward the back, associated with the nausea and vomiting. The most likely diagnosis is acute pancreatitis, acute cholecystitis, acid disease, hepatitis, peritonitis. So what is common thing in your mind? Acute pancreatitis. Because the patient is female. Number two, known case of gallstone. Gallstone is common cause of acute pancreatitis. Typically feature the pain is started epigastrium associated with the nausea and vomiting. Typical history of the radiation, aggravating and bleeding. So there is no question to have a problem to pick up this scenario. In the same way, the 40 years old female complain of the pain into the epigastrium, which is retrosternal burning, which is relieved by taking as antacid or H2 receptor blocker, relieved by taking such as antacid, omeprazole or H2 receptor blocker, not radiate toward the back. The most likely diagnosis is acid disease, acute cholecystitis, acute pancreatitis. Again, simple, this is the case of the acid disease. In the same way, if there is pain into the right hypochondrium, known case of gallstone, pain is sudden onset, become diffuse, associated with the fever, jaundice. The most likely diagnosis is acute pancreatitis, acute cholecystitis, and aid. When you examine, you feel tenderness more marked at the right hypochondrium. Then, this is the simple scenario regarding acute cholecystitis. Because there is pain to the hypochondrium, can become worse when you palpate, which is called the Murphy sign is positive. So if you're having a little idea, so then you're able to solve the question in your paper. So this is scenario of the acid disease. This is the scenario of acute cholecystitis. This is acute pancreatitis. Again, I come into the acute pancreatitis, pain, epigastrium, sudden onset, diffuse, radiate toward the back, and patient relieve when lean forward. Because the logic is the pancreas is the retroperitoneal organ. When patient lean forward, the patient have got free because the peritoneum not come in contact with the pancreas. And patient is uncomfortable when patient is lying on the back. Okay. The patient gives the history of the pain and so what doctor do? What are the signs which you elicit? Because these are the patients which you have encountered in emergency. They are landed in emergency during night. When you examine, the patient looks toxic. Then you look for the pulse, the patient becomes tachycardic. When you take a blood pressure, this might be hypotensive or normal blood pressure. Look for the eye, patient might be experience of the jaundice, patient dehydrated. And when you examine the abdomen distended. If the patient develops severe pancreatitis, even the patient not move the abdomen with the respirations. And when you palpate, this becomes tender all over the abdomen. And sometimes the patient gives same picture as that of peritonitis. And sometimes is wrongly the patient become afraid to make a diagnosis of the acute peritonitis. Often you find this is conification where pancreas become swollen. Sometimes there is abscess formations. But when you open or operate, the condition becomes thus I inshallah when you automate it up inshallah soon. So then you find when you go posting your ward, you try to find out the patient of pancreatitis. Again, I repeat, systemically, the patient becomes tachycardia, tachypneic, hypertensive, dehydrated, jaundice, abdomen becomes distended, on palpation you find there is a tenderness. And there are few signs which you can detect. This is the examiner. When you palpate, you find there might be polygamy mass is there, which start from the epigastrium and extend up to the left hypochondrium, involved to the hypochondrium, epigastrium, distended abdomen, tender, and these are the signs. The patient will look pale, confused, fever, tachycardic, tachypneic, shallow breathing, hypertensive, jaundice, abdomen become distended, and these are the signs. What is greater than Pullen and Fox sign? Pullen sign when they basically when the pancreas becomes swollen, this develop fluid and collection around the pancreas, retroperitoneal collection. When this collection elicit around the umbilicus, you can ask Pullen sign. When this collection elicit around the pullen, you can call Pancreatitis sign. And when this collection is present above the inguinal ligament, you can ask Fox sign. Tenderness and rebound is present because this is severe sign of acute necrotizing pancreatitis. The fluid is present, and when you move the patients, the fluid is shifted from as the patient is moved from one side to the other side. Look, this is retroperitoneal collection. If the patient is white, and these are the mostly sign is detected on white people. In our study very rare because we have dark skin. So dark skin cannot show this is the collection of this. And this is the retroperitoneal collection and discoloration above and below the umbilicus or might be around the umbilicus, which is known as a Pullen sign. This is the flank of the patients. This is the collection and which give the discolor of this shiny skin, which is known as the Pancreatitis sign. In the same way, if the collection is here and produce is the streak of the collection or the discolor, both around the inguinal ligament, you can ask this is the Fox sign. What is the diagnostic investigation of acute pancreatitis? So the question is, what is the diagnostic investigation of acute pancreatitis? Serum amylase, serum lipase, ultrasound abdomen, blood CP, RBS. What is the correct answer is? The correct answer is serum amylase. Serum amylase initially is detected within 48 hours. If the patient is landed after 48 hours, then the lipase become more diagnostic. If the lipase become raised more than 4-fold, if the patient having a mild condition, then you should admit the patient because this is the acute pancreatitis. And acute pancreatitis is the different variety. This is the mild, moderate, and severe. The mild, very rare mortality and morbidity. And if the acute pancreatitis is moderate, then the 20% is mortality. And if it is hemorrhagic or necrotizing pancreatitis, then the mortality is more than 50%. So the patient becomes variable. You have no idea the patient which is present now is mild. Tomorrow he might be in severe. And today which is in severe, later on try to convert to the moderate or mild. So this disease becomes variable. So you need to detail consult to the patient. For example, today the patient is your encounter or the mild. And tomorrow the patient becomes worse. The family have a right to ask the question. डॉक्टर साहब हमारा मरीज अच्छा भला था, अच्छा भला लेके आए थे, तो डॉक्टर मरीज हमारा खराब कैसे हो गया अस्पताल में? तो देन यू काउंसिल, तो ये इस बीमारी में है, इसका हमें नहीं पता अंदर इसका वर्म कितना चलता है। हो सकता है कल बहुत बेहतर हो जाए, हम इसका पानी वानी शुरू कर दें, और ये वर्ष भी हो सकता है, और हमें इसका कोई ऑपरेशन नहीं करना, हमें इसको दवाइयों पे ही रखना है, लेकिन अंदर का जो प्रोसेस है वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, उसकी सेविटी का अंदाजा नहीं लगा सकते। सो यू नीड टू कंप्लीट ब्लड काउंट, serum amylase, electrolyte, C-reactive protein, and all the list of the investigation you should done in an emergency. And when you do the ultrasound, you find this is the whole pancreatic parenchyma becomes swollen. The pancreatic becomes hypoacute pancreas. It's a classical sign of acute pancreatitis. There is a CT scan showing. This is the whole pancreas. It become swollen and edematous. And this might be some gallstone. How you assess the severity of acute pancreatitis? The pancreatitis is the most commonly in which used to involve is the Ransom criteria. The Ransom criteria at the first 48 hours look for the age. If the age is more than 55, number one. Now you give the numerical numbering of the Ransom criteria. If the age is 60, it means it's number one. WBC 20,000, number two. Glucose 300, 3. Electrode 500 means if the criteria become increased, you count the patient is in your severe state. Before you take the patient, you have to know on which stage the patient is going on. If the patient age is 40 years, 0 number. WBC is 14,000, 0 number. Glucose is a normal number, 0 number. So you should have all these investigations: WBC, RBS, LDH, LFT, AST, and after 48 hours, you do the hemocritic more than 10%, sodium calcium less than 8, because the calcium becomes sponified. The ferric acid becomes decreased. When the patient presents with the hypocalcemia technique, best deficit, you do the ABGs, you do the urea creatinine, and then detect blood urea nitrogen, which is more than 5. Fluid saturation more than 6, and partial oxygen is more than 60. And this is commonly asked question from third year level. Ransom criteria क्या होता है? तो आप बताएंगे सर at the time of the 48 hour, there are the file numbering such as the A, WBC, AST, glucose, and LDH. After 48, hemocritic more than 10%, serum calcium less than 8, and then best deficit. And all these you should need to memorize and understand. 5% mortality risk within less than 2 signs. Look, if it is means the Ranson is true, 5% chances. 15-20% mortality risk. If the Ranson is false, 40% mortality. It means if the sign is 6 and 99% mortality if the sign more than 7. तो जैसे पेशेंट आपके पास लाया जाता है, आप सारे इन्वेस्टिगेशन करते हैं, उसके बाद ये फाइल लेके बैठते हैं और फैमिली को बुलाते हैं और उसको बताते हैं कि आपके पेशेंट्स की जो रिपोर्टें आई हैं और जो कंडीशंस हैं उसके हिसाब से अगर तो मोर देन 6 है, it means the 40% mortality, and this is the statistics is not in our region. In Western, where very good health facilities are available, is very better than ours. So you can ask the more than 50% can die when this ransom more than 6. तो हमारे मरीज के 50% चांसेस हैं मौत. तो ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. क्योंकि if you not detailed counsel, the patient on next day is showed on health department, health professional providers. हाँ हमारा मरीज बहुत अच्छा था, उसको ये क्यों हो गया, ये क्यों हो गया. You need every and each thing counsel with the patient. If it is more than 7, then you ask. But there are very less chances to patient because patient is old age, patient is diabetic, patient liver not proper function, patient's urea renal system not patient due to acute pancreatitis undergo to different multi-organ failure. More than one system involved, two systems involved, and the patient to reverse. So this is the one of the criteria which you assess the severity of the pancreatitis. This need you to memorize and to interpret. Sometimes we make simple question. The mortality are more than 7 ransom is 5%, 10%, 20%. The answer is more than 99%. In mild pancreatitis, the mortality is less than 5%. Okay. We'll go forward. Treatment. When you diagnose become established and your ransom becomes established, then what you do? First line of the treatment is NPO. मुंह से कुछ नहीं लेना. Then family alert, ऐसा पानी भी नहीं देना. The answer is no. No juices, no water, no anything. Why? The reason is when the patient take orally, it put a more pressure on the pancreas, and pancreas start to work and produce the secretion and secrete more autodilated, and the patient condition become more worse. Then maintain the IV line to correct the fluid and the hydrations. You give the normal saline or interrupted. Patient having a severe pain, you give the analgesic, mostly as non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. Toradol is having a very good result. The patient, if having a severe vomiting, then you pass the nasogastric tube. Have two advantages. Number one, the patient stop vomiting, and number two, the content of the stomach is aspirate or evacuate. And if the patient having a fever or WBC more than 12,000 centimeters of cube, then you give the antibiotic. And if you think the patient is severe pancreatitis and dehydrated, then you pass the Foley's catheter to measure the urine output. So first line of the management of acute pancreatitis is, first line is admission. When serum mileage become raised, you should admit. Then NPO, IV fluid, fluid electron imbalance, analgesic, very good analgesic to relieve the pain as the patient become comfortable. Antiemetic if the patient is retching, vomiting, or nauseating. Pass the nasogastric tube and IV catheter. Give the IV antibiotic. If the patient WBC become raised, or the patient is diabetic, or patient develop fever. If you think the patient having a ABG become disturbed, oxygen saturation less than 60, then you give supplementary oxygen to the patient. And if the patient develop fever, patient severely dehydrated, means patient Ranson is in between 3 and 4, then patient should be kept in high dependency unit, where all the intensive monitoring is required. Then what pancreatitis do? What is the fate of the pancreas? If the patient with pancreatitis on next day or within a few days, if the patient become right, or the patient become same static as that of patient come on the day first, or the patient become worse. Then how we can assess the patient become worse? We have different monitoring scoring system. Patient develop local and systemic complication. Then on your level, you should understand what are the local complications, list of local complications, and list of systemic and regional complications. So simple, first patient develop local complications such as acute fluid collection around the pancreas, which is known as the pancreatic effusion. If the same collection is developed after 1 month, this is known as the pancreatic pseudocyst development. Pancreatic parenchyma necrose, if the patient develop collection and this collection become infected and change into pus, this is pancreatic abscess. This is same term which is used: acute fluid collection, peripancreatic collection, the collection which is during early days, before 1 month, which is pancreatic collection, pancreatic effusion. Then after 1 month, you can call pancreatic pseudocyst, because this is where organized cyst develop, which containing fluid which is sterilized. This is not an emergency. Patient might with huge cyst, pancreatic pseudocyst, can easily eat. They have no fever. The patient is in comfortable condition. When the pancreatic necrosis and pancreatic abscess, these are very dangerous conditions. The patient develops sepsis and the mortality becomes high. Sometimes in these two conditions need to the intervention, surgical interventions. You need to the necrostomy, you should need to debride the pancreas, you should wash out, you should put a different drain there and keep the patient in ICU. No doubt this is very dangerous conditions, very high morbidity and mortality. Then you look at the systemic complication, how you can pick up systemic complication. On next day, you order the certain investigations. For example, you do the chest X-ray, you do the urea creatinine electrolyte, PT and APTT, you do the ultrasound abdomen. For example, chest X-ray, which show there is the bilateral haziness of lungs. it means the patient develop bilateral pedophilia. If the patient ABG is registered, patient's saturation is not within normal limits. It means patient develop respiratory complications. Then you look for urea creatinine. If the urea is 130 and creatinine is 5, potassium is 6, it means the renal system compromised. PT and APTT become drained, coagulation profile disturbed. The GIT is already compromised because pancreas is one of the part of the GIT system, no doubt it's included in the hepatobiliary system, but it is part of GIT. So the patient develops ileus, paralytic ileus. So the respiratory system compromised, urea creatinine disturbed, renal system compromised, coagulation system compromised, GIT compromised. The patient you can label is in multi-organ failure. And when the patient is in multi-organ failure, even fluid sequestration and fluid going into third stage, you not correct all these things. So depend upon in which condition the patient is reported to the hospital. When these situations develop, patient develop SARS. SARS is you ask when the patient having a fever, WBC become high or low. When patient is one system compromised, you can is single organ failure. When the patient is multiple system involved, such as renal, cardiovascular, respiratory, patient become develop jaundice, you can ask the patient is in modes multi-organ dysfunction, multi-organ failure. This is the pancreas, and this look all the collection. This is well of defined cyst which containing fluid. And this is shadow with putting in nasal tube. And this is known as pancreatic pseudocyst. Pancreatic pseudocyst is sterilized, then there is no emergency. And then there is how we deal with pancreatic cyst. This will inshallah we will discuss later. The whole pancreas becomes swollen edematous. Infected pancreatic necrosis. Look, small air collections. Okay, if the patient become all right, patient is present with the mild or moderate, and with your treatment, the patient become all right and able to discharge, then you certain advice to the patient. If he alcohol, ask the please stop the alcohol. If the patient's having a gallstone, then advise surgery in same sitting or after surgery. Avoid fatty food, do some exercise, take healthy food and fruits, take adequate amount of water, and if follow this simple instruction, this can avoid the next time to develop. Thank you so much. If you have any question, you can ask, please. Sorry,